Dr. Lowry said it had something to do with the angle of penetration. Now, the knife blade was long enough to reach the heart, but the way it went in, you can see that it missed by considerable distance.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the assailant meant the angle to be right. Somebody wanted Cliff Nelson dead.
Yeah, I'd say that was the case.
It's going to be all right, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Lowry said that he'd have nothing but soreness in the next couple of days. Oh, I went by to see him on the way over here.
Oh? Did he have anything else to say?
Well, he was a little too sedated to say much of anything. Kind of a goofy smile on his face.
He's probably just glad he's alive. He's a very lucky man.
Unlike Elliot Dorn.
Why do you think these cases are connected?
Well, I'm not saying they are, but they were both knife attacks and sneak attacks at that.
Come on, how many gun assaults do we have on the records? Are they all connected?
We can't discount the possibility of a connection, can we?
No. No, we can't. We're not going to. This investigation is just beginning.
At the same time, this Elliot Dorn investigation is getting us nowhere.
I wouldn't say that. I think we have one viable suspect.
Yeah, I know.
And as for Cliff Nelson, well, I think we'd be wise to check into his past cases when he was assistant DA. Wouldn't be surprised at all if somebody he sent up the river has just gotten out.
I wonder how many women he sent to prison.
What makes you wonder that?
Well, Cliff seems to think that his assailant was a woman.
Then he does remember something else.
Well, no, I'm not saying he remembered anything. He didn't hear or smell any perfume. But still, since the blow wasn't strong enough to kill...
Wait a minute, you just told me it was the angle and not the strength.
No, just the same.
Do you have a theory of your own?
Well, no, I'm not saying that I have a theory yet, but I do have a couple of questions.
I'm sorry, but that stupid secretary of yours said you were busy. I have to talk to you, and right now.
Raven, you cannot just barge into my office unannounced. Now, what do I have to do to keep you out?
This is not a social call. It's police business.
What Deborah Saxon and I do is police business.
Yes, how come every time I come to this office, she's here?
You mean when you force your way in here, don't you?
It's instinct, darling. Self-preservation. I'm just protecting my interests.
All right, Raven, that's it. Come on. Out of here.
What are you going to do, call a cop?
He doesn't have to. I'm well trained in that sort of thing.
You touch me and I'll sue you for police brutality. I am here about Cliff Nelson.
What about Cliff Nelson?
Do you know something, Ray?
No, I don't know anything. That's what I came to find out.
Well, he's all right. You want to visit him? He's in Monticello General.
He's such a silly, harmless person. Who would want to kill him? It's like trying to kill Laurel and Hardy.
We don't know the motive and we don't know the assailant.
Which doesn't mean we don't have
now,
clues.
shut up.
Clues what? What clues?
I'm sorry, that's classified information, Ray.
Well, you can tell me. You can trust me. I was one of his best friends.
You'll find out when we release it to the public.
Oh, so you don't trust me. You're treating me like a civilian.
It's exactly what you are, and civilians belong in my outer office.
Wait a minute, Chief. Maybe Raven can help us if she was such a good friend of Cliff's.
Hey, wait a minute. I have nothing to say. I only found out about this a half an hour ago.
Yes, Helen. Are they still on the line? No, put them on hold. I need to talk to them myself. I'll be right in there. I'm needed in the TCR.
Okay, I was finished with my report anyway. And, Chief, I'll follow up on your suggestion about getting a list of indicted criminals.
Please do that. And, Raven, I hope that's the last time you burst into my office unannounced.
Well, now that the most interesting person in the room is gone, I think I'll leave, too.
Just a minute. I have a couple of questions to ask you.
Like what?
When was the last time you saw Cliff?
I don't have to answer that question.
Was it the night he caught you in Elliot Dorn's office looking for your letter?
No, it wasn't. It was at April and Draper's, and I was looking for a solid gold compact.
Oh, and how'd you two get along?
Beautifully, thank you. As a matter of fact, he saw me home. What are you getting at? God. First, you accuse me of murdering my mother. Then you accuse me of killing Elliot Dorn, and now this.
Well, you look like you could kill me right now, Raven.
Don't tempt me.
Cliff, I've no idea who could have done this to you. Couldn't have been a robbery. I mean, all we have in the office is the petty cash box.
I had the tickets.
What tickets?
To the Lions game on Sunday.
Cliff, I don't think anybody's going to try to kill you for 2 tickets to a football game.
I don't know. The Lions are having a pretty good season this year.
Look, what were you doing in the office so late anyway? I thought you were between cases.
I was working on a future case.
Future? Ah, you mean McGrath.
Kelly.
Mike said you had a talk with him. You said you got all the information. I hope you got more out of the kid than I did. I'm glad you did.
Well, I'll tell you, Draper, I think he's scared. You know, the police haven't found a suspect in the Elliot Dorn case.
And the longer it takes for the police to find somebody, the worse it looks for Kelly.
All right. What did he tell you about Rome?
He said he had a problem there, but Nancy wouldn't go into it. She said it wasn't relevant.
Well, Mike and Nancy don't know the whole story.
Oh, and you do.
Oh, I know more than Mike and Nancy do.
Well, so tell me.
I don't think I should. Look, Mike is the boy's uncle. I think I should tell him first. You know, he'll be here in about another hour or so if you want to hang around.
Yeah, I may do that. I want to get some lunch first. You know, I came over here without eating. I hope you're properly flattered.
Very impressed.
I think I'll go down and grab a bite to eat, then I'll come back when he's here.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
Hey! What are you doing?
Just stay loose, Clifford.
If you see anything that looks good in the cafeteria,
send her up to you.
I'm glad you're so pleased with my progress, Dr. Barnes, because I am too.
Good, good. It's always a healthy sign when the patient is aware of his or her condition.
You mean we know when we're cured?
No, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. As I've told you, Emily, people do build up defense mechanisms to protect their delusions.
But why would anyone want to have delusions?
I think you know, Emily. It's because the delusion, the fantasy, is so important. It fulfills a very strong wish.
Yes, I know I did that. I believed in something that simply wasn't true. But I know what's true and false now, Dr. Barnes. So, when can I leave?
Well, I'm afraid it can't be for some time yet, Emily.
But why not? You just said
You
that...
have made remarkable progress since you came here, Emily.
I was a vegetable when I came here. Now I'm a whole human being.
Well, yes, you have learned to cope with the world, Emily, but it's just this world here, and I'm afraid it's really very different from the world out there.
But how am I going to cope if I don't go out there? No, Dr. Barnes, you have to let me go. I don't want to stay here anymore. I've got things to do. I've got things to accomplish.
Oh, something important?
Doesn't matter. Look, I just want to be free. If you keep someone who's well in a place like this, you turn it into a prison.
Well, why don't we just wait a couple of more weeks?
A couple of more weeks? No, you can't do that to me. I won't let
Emily,
you do that to me.
don't get upset.
Well, what do you expect? First you tell me I'm completely cured, and then you tell me that
Emily.
I'm...
Emily, I didn't say that you were cured. That was your own diagnosis, remember?
Look, the longer we wait, the worse this is going to get.
What's going to get worse?
You don't understand, but I have a reason. A terribly important reason. My whole future is at stake now.
Well, Emily, your health is at stake, too. And as long as I'm your doctor, I'm afraid that's going to have to be the primary consideration. So please, just try to be patient. That's where the word comes from, you know. I'll come back tonight. I'll see you about 8 o'clock.
I want to get out of here! I want to get out! Out!
Hey, take it easy!
Out! They're not going to let me out!
What?
They're going to keep me here! Some kind of guinea pig for a research project! or something.
No, you gotta relax, sweetheart. Now, I haven't noticed paranoia on your chart, but you keep this up, and they're gonna add that to the list. Then you can kiss your chances of leaving goodbye.
Oh, Sharky, what am I gonna do?
Well, you could start by calling me by my first name.
No. You're Sharky to me. And that's what you're always going to be. You know something? You even look like a shark today.
Careful. It's another one on the list. Hallucinations.
No, I think it's your teeth. Yes. Your sharp, white teeth.
The better to bite you with, my dear.
Sharky, you gotta help me.
Well, what can I do? I'm just an orderly. I have to have a doctor to sign you out. Besides, I don't want you to go. This job would be a big zero without you.
Nobody wants to help me now. And nobody can do what you can do.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Why don't you forget about your married boyfriend?
I want to talk about him.
I saw him, you know. Just a few minutes ago.
You did? Where?
In the hospital. He was visiting another patient. How come he never comes here if he's all that crazy about you?
Draper loves me. He just doesn't want it to admit it to himself or to anyone else. But he will, just as soon as... Oh, Sharky, you've got to help me, please.
How?
You can get me out of here. I know you can. You don't have to be a doctor. You just have to know how to get people out.
Nice, Patty. Good, good. Hold it. Good. Good, Sharon. Keep it together. Yeah. You getting it? You getting it? Now you blow it. Nice, Brent. Good. Very good, Brent.
Just lost
Well, that's one way to do it, Jody. But you really got to keep up.
Totally. Wait a second.
Right. Just
Okay, wait.
Right. Okay.
Get back.
Yeah.
Turn.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yes.
Wow, leaving pretty early, Calvin.
Yeah, I got to, man. They're working us real hard these days, you know?
Well, this isn't doing much good, is it? I understand you still haven't solved the Elliot Dorn case. What's the matter with you guys?
I think we're probably a lot closer than you know. And anyway, we just have to check out all the possibilities before we make any arrests.
So you've nailed the killer, huh? Well, that's a relief.
What do you care? You didn't even like Elliot Dorn, did you?
No, but he was stabbed just a few doors away from here. No one wants a maniac loose in the neighborhood.
Well, you'll be happy to know that the last knifing job in town took place probably over a mile away from here. Lawyer by the name of Cliff Nelson. Same kind of sneak attack, though.
Must be an unhappy customer.
Yeah.
Hey, Calvin, Kelly's not still on your list, is he?
You know, Jody is really looking really good these days. I think you're doing a real good job with her, Gavin.
Well, she still has a long way to go.
Yeah, well, she'll probably go a long way with the right help.
I intend to make sure she gets it.
Well, so long, Teach.
Yeah.
Hello, Kelly.
Hi, Calvin.
I was just telling Gavin that Jody's really looking good these days.
Yeah, she is.
I'd like to stay around and watch a little bit, but I've got to go put in an extra shift. They're dropping like flies these days, you know. We had another knifing attack last night.
Really?
Yeah. Guy by the name of Cliff Nelson. As a matter of fact, he's a friend of your aunt and uncle's. As a matter of fact, he works with Mike. I suppose you know it.
Yeah, I sure do. Listen, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah. See you around.
I'll see you, Cliff.
Okay, everybody, let's take a break.
Hey, Kelly, so there you are. I was beginning to worry about you.
Yeah, come here, Jody. I gotta talk to you for a minute.
Okay. Are you all right? What? You know, I missed you last night.
You know, last night's what I want to talk to you about. Now, listen, what I'm gonna ask you may seem a little bit strange, but you gotta do it, okay?
Okay.
If anybody asks you about last night, I want you to tell them that we had our dinner date.
But why?
It's just important to me, all right? It may even be more important in the future.
But, Kelly, you told me something came up last night. Well, that's what I told Gavin.
Gavin? Was he there?
Well, yeah. He saw me in the restaurant, and when you didn't show up, we had dinner together.
Damn, that's not gonna work. Unless Gavin... No, I can't ask him. He wouldn't know what I was talking about.
Kelly, I don't know what you're talking about. What happened last night?
Look, please, just do what I ask you, okay? Hey, listen, I got some good news anyway. Geraldine Saxon over at WMON. I'm going to have an interview with her for the children's show.
Kelly, that's terrific. Well, things are finally looking up for you.
Yeah, it seems that way. Until something else happens.
Wiley Studios.
Gavin, it's Martine.
I thought you were going to be here, too.
I'm sorry, I couldn't make it. I was wondering if you kept the studio open this evening.
I own the place. I can keep it open as long as I like.
Well, will it be open this evening? I'll come by if it is around 6:30.
No one's going to be here.
Not even you?
Well, I might still be around.
Okay, I see you at 6:30, all right?
You're going to see who at 6:30?
My hairdresser. I had to break my 2 o'clock appointment when you called. I made it for this evening.
I am sorry about that, babe, but I've got very little control of my schedule these days. And I've got to take advantage of whenever I can to be alone with you.
How did things go this morning?
Oh, a million details. I had no idea there'd be so many things to worry about in redecorating a theater. Well, actually, it's more like a complete renovation. The Alhambra may have been a palace in its day, but it is a mess now. It's going to cost about twice what I thought to get it back in shape, too.
Maybe you've changed your mind about it?
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I haven't changed my mind. About anything. It's going to be the way it was, Martine. It's going to be the way it was when I was a kid and I went to see dancers like Maria Tallchief and Margot Fontaine. Oh, I thought they were the most beautiful women in the world. Until I saw you.
I'm out of their class.
Oh, you just wait and see. When I put you on that stage, people are going to say, there is the most beautiful woman that ever lived. Will that make you happy?
It will make you happy, won't it?
Of course.
Because the world will also know that I belong to you.
I've only got an hour, Angel.
Cliff? Oh, Cliff. Oh, you poor baby.
What have they done to you?
I just can't believe this. I mean, it's just like I said to Derek. Who would want to hurt poor little Cliffy Nelson?
Look, you know, I'm 6'2". I can take care of myself. If you
Oh,
can get...
Cliff, come on. You're just a silly, harmless little guy.
Well, you didn't think so when you were sneaking around the unicorn, or what about in court, or when I took you home from the Scots, huh?
Well, all right. So you've done some silly things, but I still don't understand why someone would do this to you. Of course, you never know. There are a lot of crazy people running around.
Yeah, sure are. Look, Raven, they just gave me a sedative, and I gotta fall asleep. Why don't you go now?
Are you sure you don't know who did this? I mean, usually you're so perceptive.
I'm perceiving that I'm falling asleep now. Look, you let her go.
Maybe it was someone who bears a grudge against you, someone that you said something rather stupid to.
Oh, no.
People get offended, you know, Cliff. I mean, not everyone knows you the way I do. They take offense at things you say, like, for instance, when you said that you thought I killed Elliot Dorn.
Did I say that?
Yes. Yes, baby, you did. You said you thought I killed Elliot Dorn in cold blood.
Look, you know, the doctor's starting to make rounds now.
Oh, come on, Cliff, don't do that. No,
you do?
don't,
Raven.
Cliff.
Raven.
Don't. You don't need a nurse.
Oh.
Now, I can help you.
Oh,
Come on,
Raven.
Cliff. You've
You better get out of
lost
here.
a lot of strength, and you've just been through a shock, and sometimes you have a delayed reaction. Now, you look uncomfortable. Your pillow is sort of flat.
I don't need any help,
Why don't I get you
Raven.
another pillow?
I don't need another pillow.
Yes, you do.
No,
You
I
need another
don't.
Pillow.
Raven. Raven, what are you doing? Raven!